Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Hi, PENDREAM TV. Mamo akwaba no ma sure so be subscribe to the channel no click bell so say the news to also nsabe to me aka no wachi. Afeku a enka no Minister for Tourism. And good morning Ghana so ne ND's communicator Professor Benedict Ofosu Asia na mo kan sama Kofi Benta no Vice President Edema Imani abeka se Bawumia say Ghana for 8 years Bawumia san so onye president da na vice no ye na de course so aban we nyina Bawumia anim ho hwe san se no onye president na kachi na Afeku eka se no kra exercise etie Bawumia esan se or vice president and constitutional layout name duties then na ogusu kasa na owie osabeki kaniama aban ya good for the economy na no kasa Bawumia na ye bi ni mobile interoperability any as economic head digitization ahodo Ghana card ni nyina de maame Afeku se Bawumia aya de so de sa niam ni nyina ba na emom failures are happening to this government here. Afeku se Akufo-Addo na aye na nya Bawumia na we na akoye se ase o sere ne ho an o moke ne ho contradict ne ho esan se niam pa ne de o se Akufo-Addo enya Bawumia na niam pa e wo ne de o se Bawumia na aye ben ka se we yankwa ne ko se de na Katrina Afeku kan nsemfa.
This is a gentleman who has been a vice president, who has been head of economic management before. Unfortunately, the demise of our beloved President Att3mpt propelled him within 8 hours. I was in Parliament at that time. It took exactly 8 hours to give former President John Dramani Mahama a chance to be president, to finish the term of the late Att3mpt. Okay? Then at that juncture, Ghanaians go to the poll December 2012 and gave him another chance to continue the second term of President Att3mpt. So come January 2017, he had done a term, a full term, and in that term, these are some of the things I'll remember him with. I will not pay nurses or teacher training allowance. It doesn't matter what they do to me, he doesn't care. And then of course, our beloved M0cks wife, I will not give you a chalk today or tomorrow. This is the record of the man who has been a president before that we're going into the polls with. The same gentleman.
But M0cks comments,
when she was speaking, I did not interrupt. Let me finish. Let me land.
The chalk comment was taken out of context.
Let me land. So when I'm done, when she was throwing these numbers about you didn't bandy her, let me land. I am just saying how we unfairly blame Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for comments that he has not made or for things that has happened in the general sense of the governance. Same as the chalk comment. It was under the regime of President Mahama. So was he blamed for it? I'll give you another one. When former President Kufuor had advised, there was a banter between President Mahama, former, and Kennedy Japan, and he said he will use a caterpillar to crush. You know, he was making all kinds of comments that he was not listening to anybody. This is the gentleman who superintended Dumso. Even as a vice president, he was not blamed for it. We just blamed President Att3mpt. So it is unfair for lumping all the issues of the entire government machinery on a gentleman who has never been a president before. So I totally support what Kofi Benta is saying. That Ghana has tasted and tested John Dramani Mahama. Ghana knows what he can do, and he has done it already. He superintended over the most corrupt regime during his tenure, and he's left. If you listen to Julius Malema, their own guest of honor who came to Ghana to speak at the College of Physicians, he said the best job for John Dramani Mahama, ex-president, would have been to be a statesman, to advise. If NDC were bringing a fresh candidate, then we would have had things to talk about. This is the same old gentleman who has been a vice president, has been a finishing term president, and a full-term president. He attempted in 2020, it didn't work. And he's attempting again. There is nothing new. But let me go to our friend and leader in waiting, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, go to the Constitution. Article 61. My sister, Article 61. The vice presidential role is constitutionally mandated. You are given a task constitutionally or as the president deemed fit. You are not in charge. You are not at the helm of affairs. You are an assistant. In our local palace, we are driver's mate. It doesn't mean you don't share your thoughts, but you are not the ultimate and the final decision maker. But all of a sudden, NDC have gone for a meeting and they are lumping it. If it rains, it's Bawumia's fault. If it doesn't rain, it's Bawumia's fault. If nothing happens, it's Bawumia's fault. If it happens, it's Bawumia's fault. And it is a meeting. They have gone because they know he's fresh. He's got ideas and he has never been a president before. And when given a chance, he will lay out and continue from the successes of the NPP government. And we have a lot to celebrate. We just need to stop the cynicism. Of course, they're in opposition, so they will not see anything good. My sister was talking about interoperability, and she's complaining. When we were in this country and you have to queue for a SIM card, today, you can lie in your bed and pay your electricity bill. You can lie in your bed and pay your water bill.
So we're
thanks to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
So the unemployment rate, we're closing at 3.87.
Is that the same as 14%?
Hold on. We're closing, no, it's not the same.
That's all.
I just wanted to lay before we continue. So it was closing at 3.8%
and not 14%,
and we're projecting to end at 4%.
And it has even declined from last year to this year, 0.5. So let us give the facts to our viewers. They are discerning. I take it from where she left. Never again.
The 0.5 decline was from 2021.
It is during our tenure. It is not during their tenure. So I just wanted to lay these facts out.
No,
thankfully.
You said last year, so I just want to say it's
20,
2 years.
But it's still to 2022. Yeah. It's still under the tenure of Akufo-Addo and Bawumia's government. It is not 14%, Professor. Now, when you come to the nitty-gritty of how our economy has progressed from the days of Dubso to today, interoperability has changed the dynamics of international trade. You can sit here and you can actually do your mobile transaction with ease. Ease of doing business is an indices that tells how government can attract investment into your country. So they cannot tell me there's nothing good in that. Digitalization has brought us miles ahead of what they were doing when we were in opposition. The lectures are needed. Our friend President Mahama walks about, oh, I'll change names. Oh, I'll do change for economy. Droplets of thoughts. He has not put any cogent lecture material together since he was elected as a candidate. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Mahmoud Bawumia has something to offer. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has never been a president, and his lectures will elucidate his vision, his transformative plans that will segue into his manifesto that they have not done. 2 years of electing your candidate. Now, when Kofi Bentil came up with this, let's give him a fair hearing, it was only the NDC who were up in arms. Why should he say that? He's entitled to his opinion.
It wasn't only the NDC.
Well, majority. But if you read Kofi, if you read Jemfi, right after, it was the punches were more prominent from their side. It is expected. But Kofi Bentil from Imani is a respected lawyer and an opinion leader in this country. And he speaks his mind. And he's telling it like it is. Give the gentleman a fair hearing. All the things that my sister was talking about, let me address her. If you've been in a rural community like I am, and parents struggle to take their children to second cycle institution, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and President Akufo-Addo puts a chance for a village girl like me, who, if it hadn't been for free education, would not be where I'm at. It is something to hail, not to denigrate. My sister, there were people who were being sent home under your government that they couldn't pay school fees. People were sent home. Future leaders were sent home. And by the way, the Kaya hostels are done. Just in case you did not know, it was commissioned.
I saw videos of
yes, it was commissioned recently. I think Benedicta has traveled. Maybe she was not in the country. The Kumasi Accra dualization is ongoing. I just came back from Hohoy, her area, and the road, the Kenzo story of the Kenzo contractor who gave the Ford Explorer left the road, and it has been done. Davi, it has been done. So please, explore before you come here and throw dust in our eyes. Dr. Bawumia brings fresh air. He has never been president, and once given the nod by the good people of Ghana, he will continue the good policies and programs of our government. You talk of infrastructure, you talk of digitalization, you talk of employment, you talk of innovative and transformative ideas. MPP is still, against all odds, in spite of all the challenges, a better manager of the economy than Professor Benedicta and her friends.